So you don't necessarily have to choose one option or the other. There's also another option where you can do partial repayment and preserve some cash. So if this HDB is going to be your long-term home and you have no plans to upgrade, then paying off your loan would make more sense because you lower your outstanding debt, you save on interest, and you also lower your monthly financial commitments. But if you have plans to upgrade your property soon or in the next few years, then I wouldn't rush to pay off everything. Because once your cash goes into the property, you actually lose liquidity. Because your next property could require a substantial amount of cash for your down payment, for your stamp duty, legal fees, renovation, and other expenses as well. So instead of fully paying off your HDB, you can consider doing a partial repayment. But at the end of the day, you still have to do your calculations as well. I think the next question would be how much should you repay, right? I would work backwards. Firstly, I would calculate how much I would require for my next property. Then the next, I would set aside some emergency funds. I think the standard is about 3 to 6 months, right? But it depends on your own comfort level. And also not forgetting to set aside some funds for your major financial commitments, depending on what your priorities are, right? And what commitments you have. Once you have your bases covered, only after that should you decide how much remaining surplus you have that will go back into your HDB loan. I know having a fully paid HDB sounds great, but sometimes if it leaves you cash poor and if it limits your option, then there's another consideration called opportunity cost, right? Question should not simply be, should I pay off my HDB? It could be, how much of my HDB should I pay down while keeping enough liquidity for my next move? Sometimes the answer is to clear your loan. Sometimes the answer is to preserve your cash. Sometimes the answer could also be in between. So it really depends on what your plans are.